Well, yesterday's episode was a little bit sobering when it comes to that game against Bayern Munich. Today we've got our first two games in the league, Eintracht Frankfurt at home and Union Berlin away. It is imperative we get off to a good start to life at Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Right, so before we get into the first of today's two games, I need to bring you up to speed on some transfer news because if you recall, I mentioned in yesterday's episode how I feel like we're a little bit short on quality at centre-back and also short on numbers at centre-back. So Samala Koulibaly, one of our only other centre-backs, is on his way to Wolves. They've offered 8 million raising to 5.25 million. I've accepted it. He's not particularly good. He's okay. He's a okay squad player, I suppose. 2.5 stars. He's got good jumping reach. Everything else is ordinary. And he can play on the left-hand side as well. So, yeah, I decided to accept the offer. He's on his way out. Henry Heraut, as you remember yesterday, I asked the intermediaries to come in with offers for him. They've done the business, but the offer they came in with was from Inter Milan. They offered me 10.25 million. I accepted it, but the board rejected it and said, no, we're not prepared to accept that. We think we can get more money for him. So I offered him back to Inter for 17.25 million. And Inter, as you can see, have withdrawn. In the meantime, Monaco have come in and they've offered me 9 million rising to 16.5 million. I mean, I know Monaco got money. I've given them about 200 million myself. But I've accepted that in the hope that because it's rising to 16.5 million, that the board will allow me to accept that. So he could be on his way out, like I say, for 9 million. And Koulibaly as well on his way out, potentially for 18 million, but 8 million, but they all rise to certain things anyway. In terms of players coming in, I have then gone out and made an offer for Frederick Rutter from RB Leipzig. It's £20 million rising to 52 million, £78,000 a week. He looks decent. He's 3-star, I think, current and potential. He's not going to get any better. He's 24-year-old Dutch international. He's got great jumping reach, really good heading, 6'4". Concentration, decisions and anticipation are all very good, which is quite important for a defender, I'd have thought. He's got reasonable pace and acceleration. His marking and his tackling are decent as well. He's going to be more of a central defender rather than a ball playing one with a passing of 9. However, I think he could be a very, very good cover for what we've got at the moment. So, yeah, Frederick Rutter could be coming in for 20 million rising to 52 million. If we have a look at our finances at the moment, we've got 66.5 million in the bank. We would be over the wage budget with the ins and outs happening, but we've got plenty here to be able to shift it around to make sure we're not overspent by too much. If we have a look at dynamics, team cohesion is good, club atmosphere is very good, managerial support is good. Also on the subject of finances, 43 million in the bank. If we have a look at the schedule, they were the games yesterday, they are what they are. Bayern Munich and Türkgücü München, something like that. Today, Eintracht Frankfurt, first up in the league at home and then away from home against Union Berlin, with the idea being for tomorrow's episode, we'll probably come back around end of September. We've got a international break, end of September, beginning of October. If we have a Europa League game towards the end of September, then I'll probably do Hoffenheim and whoever in the Europa League. Or it could be around here somewhere after in October, because we do want to get through these seasons a little bit quickly. So let's get on with the first game of today's episode against Eintracht Frankfurt, and I'll meet you over in the Matchday Centre for that. Right then, here we are in the Matchday Centre for the game against Eintracht Frankfurt, and we do have a couple of injuries. Koulibaly, who'll probably never play for us again, he's out injured for a couple of weeks, and Mads Bistrup is a long-term injury, he's still out up to 7 weeks now, so it's getting nearer. In terms of Adeyemi, he's back into full training now, so he's back in the matchday squad. We go with a couple of changes, mainly down the right-hand side. We've got Reina and Nunez coming in down the right-hand side in place of, what's his name? Where's he gone? Mikic. I wasn't impressed with him against Bayern. I mean, I wasn't impressed with anybody, to be fair. And in place of Samson Dyke over there. So, yeah, let's get into it. So we've got Gebhardt in goal, Carnevale left back, Nunes right back, Schlotterbeck and Esteve in the middle of defence, Stiller, Beckhus and Camara in the centre of midfield, Barcola and Reyna out wide with Levi up top. Remember, Giovanni Reyna could be on his way out of the club if someone comes in for him. We have agreed that we would sell him if someone puts in an acceptable offer, but we've also said at the same time we're not going to go out of our way to sell him. So if someone comes in for him, he'll be gone. If they don't, he won't. It's as simple as that. Right, before we get any further into the game, let's put the league table onto there. And yeah, let's see what we're made of. Nervous, as I was saying yesterday. Ball's through to Reyna. The tackle comes in, but Reyna's still got the ball, puts it into the box. It's partially clear. Carnevale to Barcola. Beckhus. Oh, and it's a goal. It's 1-0. Remco Beckhus with the goal. And it's a great start to the game. The 3rd minute of the match. What a way to start. That will go a long way towards help settling my nerves a little bit, I have to say. But yeah, we don't know what our best 11 is yet. We'll be playing around with the team a little bit in these opening fixtures. But hopefully we do realise... Surely that's offside. He was a mile ahead. Good tackle from Schlotterbeck. I'm a bit concerned how we got that far forward without it being raised as offside. Right, the tackle comes in, but Nunes has it on the right-hand side. Puts the ball into the box towards Levi. Erez Levi. Come on. First goal of the season. He's underway with his first ever goal for Dortmund. Oh, I'm so happy to see that go in. You have no idea how happy I am. We've spent big money bringing him into the club from Monaco. And Gaston Nunes, who we've brought in for Mikic or whatever his name is, getting the assist as well. And he's actually looked quite decent actually down that right-hand side, I have to say. Beckhus as well has looked really good. I've been very pleased with him. But yeah, this has been a very good performance so far against what is a good Eintracht Frankfurt team. They are expected to finish around the European places like 7th, 8th, 6th, that sort of area. 1 minute was added on. I love the netting, the black and yellow netting. So yeah, well done on controlling possession so far. Let's do more of the same in the second half, boys. And here we go. Next highlight. Carnevale to Beckhus. Carnevale picks up the loose ball into the box. Oh, he's been fouled. It's going to be a penalty. Right. Reyna took a penalty in the cup game yesterday. Let's have a look at who we've actually got for penalties. So Stiller is actually a penalty taker, the defensive midfielder, with Reyna and Adeyemi between them. Then it would be... I mean, we're not great on penalties, I have to say that. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it for Stiller to take. There is a temptation to give it to Giovanni Reyna because he scored yesterday. But let's see what Stiller can do. The penalty has been given. The ball's on the spot. Takes a few steps back. Stiller, oh, lovely job. Comfortably done. Angelo Stiller with his first goal of the season now. All these first goals of the season. I mean, I only wish that Erez Levi was better at taking penalties. I'd love to have him on penalties. His goals for the season would be massive if he took penalties as well. But approaching the hour mark, time of the match where I'll start to look at making substitutions. At 65th minute, we will start to look at it now. Anyone that's not been... So Giovanni Reyna's not been great. So let's take him off. Let's bring Adeyemi on. And Kamiri can also come off. And I think we'll bring on Baumgartner for that. Let's see what they do. And we leave it 10 minutes or so before we make a next round of substitutions. Right, here's Carnevale to Barcola, back to Carnevale, gets across into the box. Adeyemi, it's a goal. Karim Adeyemi has scored for us. And Carnevale's got his assist. The first of, I'm sure, will be many. But a good goal from Karim Adeyemi. Let's just play it on another minute and then we can make our next substitution. So Gaston Nunes can come. Oh, we haven't actually got a right-sided defender. I mean, Carnevale can play on the right. So I think we'll swap them over and bring on Alex Valley there. Might need to make an alteration to the bench. And then I think Ricard Fontas can come on for Bradley Barcola. And we'll leave it at that for now. And then anyone that knows me knows I don't like making all my substitutions too early. But we have the ball. Here's Fontas. Levi. Oh, that would have been quite a spectacular goal if that had gone in. It must have been saved by the keeper or deflected from a defender because it's gone out for a corner. Stiller will take the corner, puts the ball into the box. He was taking an outswinger. I've got it set as in-swingers. Let me just check that because I know for a fact that I set it up as in-swingers. Corners, on attack. So, near post, in-swinger. Far post, in-swinger. Centre, in-swinger. Right, why are we not... Well, I appreciate you can't do in-swingers from this side of the pitch, but then why is he on corners? That's what I would like to know. Right, next substitution, Levi is going to come off for Karim Konate. I am going to have to try and rotate my strikers a little bit as well, because otherwise they will get unhappy, especially Konate. Here's Carnevale on the right-hand side. Seems weird seeing him over there. Stiller gives it to Fontas. Now it's with Alex Valla. Can he get a cross in? He can. Adeyemi almost got his second of the game. Well, if this is anything to go by, ladies and gentlemen, we have looked really good today. A 4-0 win against Eintracht Frankfurt at home in the Bundesliga. Well done, lads. That's a good win for us, and it really was a good win as well. Right, do you know what? We are not going to waste any more time. We are going to get straight into the Matchday Centre for the next game on the 23rd of August against Union Berlin. Okay, here we are for the game against Union Berlin away from home. Union Berlin for their first game of the season. Where are they on here, Union? They lost by 3 goals. So who did they actually play? They played RB Leipzig, to be fair to them, lost 3-0 at Leipzig. We have got some transfer news to give you. So if we have a look at the transfer history, Koulibaly and Heralt have both left the club for a combined 26.25 million. But there's also an extra 5 million to come in terms of add-ons and instalments and stuff. And Frederick Reuter from RB Leipzig has joined us for 33 million, rising to 52. We have also had transfer offers come in for Valla. If I can just quickly search his name. And yeah, Inter made an offer for Alex Valla of 23.5 million. It was actually rising to 30 million. In total, yeah, with the £6.75 million there. I rejected it mainly because he's the only real out-and-out left-back we've got as cover for Carnevale. And while Esteve and Schlotterbeck can play at left-back, I didn't really want to leave myself too short. He has then, as you can see, come to me to discuss his future. We've agreed if anyone comes in for a bid for 50 million, then we will accept it. And I will be happy to accept that. I'll then give our scouts a chance to get some good scout reports coming in, and we'll look at replacing him in January. Right, let's get on with it then. We'll accept the opposition instructions. We do have an unchanged team at the moment, but what I think I'm going to do actually is Adeyemi can come in for Giovanni Reina on this right-hand side. And I think I'll leave it at that for now. I was going to put Fontas in here in place of Barcola, but I think we'll leave it at that. So it's Gebhardt in goal, Carnevale left back, Nunez right back, Schlotterbeck, Esteve in the centre of defence, Stiller, Beckhus and Kamiri in the centre of midfield. I'll get used to saying those soon, don't worry. Barcola and Adeyemi out wide with Levi up top. Let's get into the game. And if we can pick up a win here against Union Berlin, that'll be 2 wins from their first 2 games and 2 wins against some pretty tricky opposition. Union Berlin are expected to finish in the bottom half of the table, around 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th, that kind of thing. So on paper, we should be winning this, but football is decided on a pitch, not on paper, as they say. Right, here's the first highlight. I'll stop talking rubbish now. Nunez on the right-hand side gives it to Adeyemi. Beckhus, oh, what a goal! He scored in the last game. He scored again here as well, and that was a stunner with his left foot. Curled it round the diving keeper, Diant Ramaj, who's actually meant to be a very good goalkeeper in real life from what I've read and heard about him. Nunez with the ball forward is looking for Erez Levi. Didn't quite find it, weren't a good enough pass. Long ball upfield. Beckhuse now has the ball from a Schlotterbeck winning the header. Now Schlotterbeck has it again. Gives it to Beckhuse, to Barcola. Cuts in field, as an inside forward would do. Gives it to Adeyemi out on the right-hand side. He gets the cross in. Oh, I thought that had goal written all over it then, but they can now counter-attack. Well won back there. Not sure who actually won the ball back there, but one of them did. Here's Kamiri. He's into the box. Oh, and the keeper's had to make a very good save to stop Kamiri from scoring. It's a corner. It's an in-swinger from Stiller over on this right-hand side. He should be going towards the near post, and he does. Kamiri brings the ball down. He shoots it into a crowd of players. Goes round the outside, though, but then eventually loses the ball. They clear their lines, but Esteve picks it up as the highlight ends. We are being very dominant in these opening stages of the first half. Let's hope we can convert some of these opportunities into goals. Carnevale to Barcola, cuts inside. Here's Kamiri. I don't know what he's doing with it there. Adeyemi! Oh, and Kamiri almost finding Adeyemi there. And I'm enjoying this match at the moment because we are being very, very much the better team. But I would like to get a second goal. I don't really want to go in, ruin missed opportunities, as they say. 5 minutes of the first half remaining. They have a free kick. Ball into the box. We clear our lines. Levi has it. He's found Barcola. Gives it to Kamiri, to Beckhuse. Oh, it's a goal. Is it going to stand? It is. It's 2-0. I was going to say 3-0. It's 2-0. Beckhuse with another goal. What a player he looks, by the way. He has automatically already become my favourite player at Borussia Dortmund at the moment, outside of Carnevale and Levi, of course. Right. Here we go. Second half is underway. 2-0 up from the first half. I'm really happy we got that second goal because when you're that dominant and you're only 1-0 up, you always feel like the game's going to punish you for missing chances. And we've just passed the hour mark now. We're getting a few yellow cards popping up. Let's make a couple of substitutions. Adeyemi's played really well. Barcola can come off for Fontas. I think we're going to bring Canate on for Erez Levi as well, as I bid to live up to my promise of not just leaving him on for 90 minutes in every single game. And he's not particularly done too well in this one. So here is Union Berlin now with the ball. Can we win it back, lads? I'd rather we not concede. Ball into the box. Schlotterbeck heads it on rather than out. They have it on the right-hand side. We've won the ball back. Stiller gives it to Kamiri. That's a poor pass. That was a really poor pass. And now they can come at us again. They get the cross in and they've scored. I mean, you kind of knew that there was a goal coming there because we made the mistake. Kamiri with a really, really poor pass. And it's 2-1 now, and we're back under pressure again a little bit. Right, let's have a look at what changes we want to make. I think Stiller can come off for Carolot. Right, what more do I want to do? I think Alex Valla can come on for Carnevale as well. Not that we'll have that option to make if we end up selling him, of course. But for the time being, he's still us. Right, they have a free kick, another ball into the box. We clear our lines. Valley can bring it away. He's got Canate up with him. He gives it to Canate. Can he get a cross in? He can. And Adeyemi has scored. It's his second goal of the season. It restores their 2-goal lead. Union Berlin 1, Borussia Dortmund 3. What a wonderful game of football this has turned out to be. Baumgartner can come on for Kamiri because he's on the yellow card and he's looking a bit tired. Let's not take the risks. And as the clock ticks down, Beckhuse has a corner now. It's another outswinger. We need to work out why we ain't... Oh, that's going to be a penalty. That is going to be a penalty. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do as well. Let's have a look at who's going to be taking this. Adeyemi would be the man for the job. You know what? I'm going to give it to Canate. Let's see if we can get him having a goal for the season, get him off the mark for the season. It's when it says no penalty now. No penalty is given. Karim Canate steps up to the spot and he scores it. What a beauty. Obviously his first goal of the season. It's 4-1 and we have looked very good against two decent teams in this league. A whole host of yellow cards. We might be getting a fine for the amount of yellow cards we've got. So we have had 6. Adeyemi, Kamari, Carnevali, Stiller, Ott and Schlotterbeck all getting on the referee's notebook. And yeah, that was a wonderful win. Very, very happy with that. We are top of the table after 2 games played. Have Bayern played today? No, Leipzig have lost to Köln. We've got Köln next, by the way. So yeah, really good opening episode of the league season. And if we have a look at the schedule, like I said earlier on, we're thinking about we probably will come back sometime in October. So it gives me an opportunity to play a few games off camera. And then when we come back in October, you should see a much more organised me. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Comments down below. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.